Hi there. So this video is going to be a yoga, massage, and meditation video. I teach this class on Wednesdays at 12:30. It would be best if you have done some kind of a workout prior to doing this video. You want to be sure that you're a little warmed up because we're going to be jumping right into some deep stretches. All right. So the tool that I've got at my disposal today is just a bath towel. Okay, we're keeping it pretty simple. So we're going to come into a seated position, and if you have low back or hip issues, it's oftentimes better to sit up on something. You can take a lot of that pressure off. So I'm just going to hold on to the ends of the towel. I'm going to sweep it around my back. I'm going to reach the arms up towards the ceiling and kind of gently pull the arms apart so that the towel is taut. And begin to stretch from side to side. Keeping the pelvis relatively stable as you go right to left. Breathing into your side, letting the neck and head follow the line of the spine. You could even bend that bottom elbow and really reach up through your top arm. Give yourself a little extra stretch down your side. And then we'll come back to center, and then we're going to do more of a chest stretch here. So this can be pretty intense. Take care of yourself. If you've got shoulder issues, you want to be really careful with this movement, okay? But it can be a pretty amazing stretch for the chest. So we're just pressing the arms back, feeling for gently trying to pull the towel apart. The pec muscles or the chest muscles tend to get really, really tight in our day-to-day lives. Being on the computer, the iPhone, all of that can really tighten things up, and can over time actually change your posture so that you start to hunch. So opening up the chest is really helpful for keeping your spine in neutral. We're then going to go into some neck stretches. You can interlace the fingers behind your head and then allow your head to tip forward. Meanwhile, the elbows are going to begin to soften down as well. And as your head hangs, allow your arms to hang as well, so that you're not pulling on your head, but just letting the arms be a weight. And then gently push your head up against your hands to bring your head back to center again. And then again, letting your head hang forward, letting the arms drape. Not pulling on your head, but just letting the weight of the hands be enough. And then again, using the muscles that you just stretched by pushing your head back up into your hands. Do that one more time. This last one, you could try looking gently from side to side, which will turn your head and start to move the stretch a little bit down the sides of the neck. And then again, use the muscles in the back of the neck to help bring your head back to center. And then we'll release the arms back out and roll the shoulders out. All right, I'm gonna grab onto our towel. And we're gonna place both feet in the towel. And I'm again holding onto the edge. At this point, the towel is just completely open. Lots of different ways to get into this posture. I'm gonna roll into it, okay, to extend my legs up. But you might find that you wanna start laying on your back, okay, and put the feet in from there. You could also put just one foot in. You don't necessarily need to do both feet at the same time. And then let me take the towel away just so that you can see what's happening here. So I'm really dorsiflexing my ankles, and I'm pulling on the towel to help emphasize that flexion of my ankles, to help increase the stretch. Meanwhile, engaging the quadricep muscles to help elongate the backs of the legs. Ideally, your hip flexors are not working really hard here. Just really trying to use that towel to help anchor the thigh bones down deep into the hip joint. From here, we could do a little bit of a rocking action. So you could pull a little bit and release. Take good care of your low back. This should feel like this is a lovely hamstring calf stretch, but it should not feel like it's straining your back. Breathing deeply. One more time. And then we'll release that. I'm going to put the towel off to the side, cross one ankle over opposite thigh. Arms can stretch out to the sides. So in this instance, I've crossed my right ankle over my left thigh, and I'm going to tip my legs over to the left, coming into both a twist and a really lovely hip and low back stretch. And then turning my head to look out over my right hand. And then gradually tipping the legs back to center and switching sides. So left ankle crosses right thigh, tipping the legs over to the right and looking to the left. You could even take your hand and grab on. Move myself a little bit so you can see here, grab onto that ankle to kind of secure it in place. And then we'll come back to center again, releasing that. All right. Let's come up and we're gonna do some massage here for the quads. For this exercise, you want to fold your bath towel in half and then start on one end and create kind of a tootsie roll here. So you're rolling the towel up. Okay, until you've got a little roll going, and depending on how fluffy your towel is, it's going to be a little thicker or less thick than mine. It shouldn't make too big of a difference. So you're going to come down and just rest the towel across the thighs. Lots of different things that we could do here. You could stay propped up on your forearms. You could come down, rest your head against your hands. And then you could alternate, bending one leg at a time. Okay, what you'll feel there deepens the stretch on the front of the thigh and the hip, but it's also going to intensify the massage across the thigh. You could also bend both knees and then rock the legs from side to side, which further intensifies that massage. Pretty significant intensity there and into the IT band. Okay. So you could move that towel up and down your thighs. Okay, so I started here about mid-thigh, so you could work your way down to your knees and then all the way up towards your hips. Lastly, we're going to end with a meditation. So if you want to sit on something, great. If you would prefer to lay down on your back, that's just fine as well. Close our eyes. And if you're able to breathe in and out through your nose. What we'll practice here is Ujjayi breathing. So Ujjayi breathing creates a slight contraction of the breath at the back of the throat, almost as if you are breathing through a straw. sound that that creates is a bit like the ocean. And at the end of your next inhale, take a moment there and just hold the breath. Create some space between the inhale and the exhale. And then exhaling back out, emptying the lungs completely. And then do the same thing here. Hold the end of the exhale, the emptiness of the lungs. Appreciate that empty feeling. And then breathe in again. So just a simple practice of creating more stillness and appreciation of the breath. And it takes some time to build up the endurance, really, to be able to hold the inhale or hold the emptiness at the end of the exhale. So take your time with it, but this can be incredibly helpful for